you have any questions, Franz, about this? Is kind of the controls?
Sure. Yeah, show me how it works.
Actually, because of the glare and stuff.
Oh wow!
It's I don't know if you'll be able to film it through there.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, and
oh, you can totally see stuff in there.
Yeah, and basically, if you
can't see a thing without that hood, can you?
Right. So if the screen changes, oh, I'm sorry. Let me just okay. See that the center button there? In the screen change.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
So
pretty cool touch screen.
It's just basically it goes in sequence of what we got to do, and then you work backwards.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
wow. So this is like the interface, and then is it plugged into this bad boy or?
Yeah, well, that is plugged in.
Powered by Dell?
Up with fiber optics and other computers. You'll see all the computer.
Okay, so this goes down to the basement.
Yeah, down to the basement, and there's another one similar to this on the other tower, and it's for as well for emergencies. Let's say there was no communication, landlines or anything kept communicate. We use a two-way radio or something else that we can communicate. And then two operators have to operate at once, so there's a sequence that they have to go first.
So we have to push the switch or something.
So there is another computer just like it that does the same job on the other side. And we had done a couple of tests like that.
Tests in case we had an earthquake.
Yeah, just in case something went wrong and then we're not able to operate that side. And we get an operator.
Someone's over there. And
so the submarine cable that was under the water, we don't use that anymore.
No, not that anymore.
We have radio communication.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be actually they're talking about. They have to remove that sometime.
To take out the cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So catch it.
Stir up the mud a little bit.
Does it have built-in generators and stuff?
Yep, we do have a generator, and it's on the west side parking lot out there. There's a huge generator that it's automatically implemented in our system that if lights go out, some power goes out, then automatically that kicks in, and it's enough power to operate the bridge and stuff like that.
The amazing thing is how big the bridge is, but the motor because of the gear ratios, I guess.
Exactly.
The motor isn't that huge, so it doesn't take a whole lot of power.
It does not draw a lot of power once it starts. It's all calculated on the counterweight part of it. That it's not that big of a motor as much. You would think, wow, it's lifting the whole road up.
It's all just balanced. It's a seesaw.
Yeah, it's just basically like a little bump to it, and so to speak, and the counterweight does all the.
Just the heavy work.
That's all the heavy work. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hawthorns. It's the most impressive, I think, because it's just in that little shack up on top of the bridge.
The motors usually inside out.
There you
really that in that shack. There's wow.
Those huge red bricks are as the counterweights.
Yeah. So you just do it by hand.
So does that mean each of the 4 bridges has its own separate generator for emergencies?
Yeah. Each bridge has its own backup generator for whatever. Yeah. Imagine if we only had one, we'd have to have about as big as one of those buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of. Normally a generator is about as big as this room. Up there. Like the Burnside has it on the east side, under where the skate park. I don't know if you guys ever been.
Yeah, we work right above it.
That'd be a good video.
Down in the, we have one actually. Yeah, that's our office. It's right next to it.
Oh, okay. So you guys are real close. Okay.
Have it. It's just really neat. They have improved throughout the years a lot of the stuff, and even our system has gotten easier and easier. I mean, it's just awesome.
It's cool.
Yeah,
don't touch it.
Know each bridge.
Nothing will happen unless you press the initial start button, and then for once you cannot press a button and then expect that component or that safety feature to operate unless you go in steps. Sequence. Otherwise you don't. It doesn't go. And that's the cool thing about it. I mean, because you can easily trip and then all of a sudden put your hand on it.
Right.
Oh, what did I do?
God.
Oh, there goes that car. Yeah. Well,
that's a tough day.
I read about. I don't know if you knew about that bridge that somewhere in what's it, Minnesota, or no, I think it was Georgia somewhere, back east somewhere. The bridge all of a sudden started opening. They were doing some maintenance work on it, and there was some. It was a bridge just like the Morrison, and there was the crew was working on some lights and then other stuff, and there was a guy that was right at the center of the lift span, and then when the bridge started going, I mean, he was all. He had his harness on and everything, and so he couldn't get it off fast enough to get off the bridge. Well, he ended up right at the top of that. Fire department had to come down and rescue them and bring them down. Yeah,
Wow.
They couldn't bring the bridge down. There was something went wrong, and just the bridge started going up.
Wow, it's like a Charlie Chaplin.
Man.
It was hilarious. There was a guy in the scaffolding, and the guy in the center had to climb over the top of it. Otherwise, he'd have been just hanging from it. So he was climbing as it's going up. He's climbing, so he ended up straddling the very top of that.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's like
Wow.
that was fun.
That's a long day.
There's a lot of things that happen on the bridge.
All right. Andy, where are we?
We are underneath the Morrison Bridge.
Is it cool?
It is very